Mm-hmm. 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 Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be.
Oh, biscuit. Oh, my sister. Let's get it. I'm excited, man. I got my sister from another mother. The realest woman you ever gonna meet. She gonna tell you how she feel. She worse than me. I'm telling you guys, she's worse than me. Hey, I think I'm crazy. See, he keep her in base and she keep him in base. Okay, when he act crazy, she's already right there for him. When she act crazy, he know, oh shit, let me go outside. Let me leave her alone. Welcome to our sister Julia. What's going on, Mrs. Rodriguez? How you feel?
I'm good. I'm just out here watching some baseball. So,
Oh man. What was the question that was asking? They said nowadays the children, the parents cannot tell the children. The government is raising the children now, and I say it's perverted people that's passing these rules. They're perverted because go ahead, sis.
no, go ahead. Finish your statement. I have that issue that I jump in before people finish their statement.
Yeah, so it's to me, it's the perverted people that's forcing this down our children, and those they take the prayer away, and the church didn't fight back. Now they're taking parents' authority over their children away. And they want the parents to sit down and allow their children to read books like that.
I have a little bit of a different view, being that I am a public school educator, especially with the kids.
Yes, ma'am.
Like the system in itself is fucked up. So we knew that the system in itself is fucked up. However, on the flip side, we got teacher shortages. We have books that are being banned because the conservative side doesn't want students to read certain things that could be beneficial to them. Like Raylan and I, we grew up in a time we read Fahrenheit 451, in which that specific book was about how the government is trying to ban reading altogether, so that the masses don't know how to read. They don't get ideas in their head, XYZ. If you've seen the movie Equilibrium, that movie is based off of the book Fahrenheit 451. So, and it's probably one of my favorite movies. We have, and I'm seeing that, and right now this is me speaking as a teacher, not as a parent. We have students who have limited to no respect for any type of authority. And I'm someone who's working in a Title I school where every single student in my school receives free lunch, free breakfast, free lunch. There is a large portion of it that is a government issue, in what they're dictating needs to be taught, not taught. And that is a definite true statement. But on the flip side, there is also a parent issue that when I've had coworkers that they have reached out to parents, hey, your child, your student or guardian, whoever said student is living with, your child is not passing right now. They are missing XYZ things in my class. And they said, okay, thank you. Let me know when they fuck up again. And we've had instances where CPS has had to be called in because coworker calls home, hey, this is what I'm noticing. I need your support. Pleasant phone call with the guardian. Student comes back the next day and they were beat. So it's a catch-22. It's a combo platter. So people are so quick to blame government XYZ in the school system, but at what point do we also point fingers at the parents? Raylan and I, we discuss, I do not make all educational decisions based on the children. Well, just the one who's in school for now. Even though I have an educational knowledge that Raylan may not have because I work in the system, but at the end of the day, when it comes to our children, if his input is just as important as mine because he is the father of these two kids. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I make every single educational decision based on our kids. I give my opinion as the educator in the family, but at the end of the day, if we do not agree on something, we'll opt out of whatever reason, opt out of whatever it is, if we're not in agreement about something. Because our both of our voices are just as important when it comes to our own personal children. So at what point are the parents accountable? Because children learn accountability from somewhere.
I'm glad you said that. I'm sorry to cut you in. I'm glad you said that the parents that are not taking the responsible serious because nobody teach them. You have kids having kids. Not to give them an excuse, but then that's when you had out of school curriculum. That's when you had boys and girls clubs to raise this kid or big brother or big sister because mom is not doing her job. Mom don't care. Dad is not doing his job because dad can be fined. You got irresponsible parents having children.
That's a big thing. That's a big thing. And I'm sorry that I'm interrupting, but like I'm just looking at the educator standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
There's also an aspect that we're ignoring. There's the issue of resources available to working families. There's a bigger picture we're not seeing because as someone who works with students who come from low income, parents, they come from families their parents need to work. So it's not sometimes I want to give the benefit of the doubt that more often than not, it's a matter of it's not that these parents do not want to be involved in what's going on with their children. For quite a few, yes, that's what it is. They don't care. They had these kids and they're like, well, I did what I had to do. I provided you a roof over your head, clothes on your back, food to eat, which technically is what we're legally required to do. But I'm not giving you anything extra from what I'm legally required to do. But then there are the parents who want to be involved with their kids' lives, but because they are low income, working, an hourly wage, they need to work these incredibly long hours in order to give their kids the life that they would like to give them, even though maybe they're not making ends meet. So it's a vicious cycle. That are they legitimately not taking care of their responsibility, or do they not have the resources? So that's just like a point of view.
All right. I can speak from having a parent, because I was having free lunch and free lunch and free breakfast. And mom was working long hours. So really she was not able, like, be there and be that stronger with offense for us. But all the child needs them. We know you're working this long hour. Tell us that we're gonna be a different. Tell us that we're gonna mount. You're not gonna make the same mistake I made. Parents are not standing up and telling their children the truth. They're on their room crying. They're at their bathroom crying because they made the decision to keep the child. They made the decision to lay with that guy that's no good. They make the decision to bring forth that child. So now, having that decision, the child is here. All the child needs, as I can talk from that side of the background, is mother nurture. Nurture means that words. Stop telling us that, yeah, you're a miracle, that you're gonna be different than us. Stop telling us that when you go to school, yes, I'm not able to get you new shoes. Yes, I'm not able to do this. I am crying. I am not trying to give my body for men to pay for it, for me to take care of you the way I want to take care of you. Bear with me, son, and pick up a skill and go for it. You have my support because I know one day, it's just like a woman, we spoke about it earlier. You have the ability to nurture something to bring forth life with. You give your home, you make it a house. Give your seed, you make it a child. You have the child now. You start having different environments. Even if you're not able to do that, you look at your uncles, you look at your brothers, you look at your cousins. I need somebody. If I'm raising this child by myself, if I'm raising this child with this man that's working hard, I'm working hard. I need somebody that can help me. Before we had the village, we had next door neighbor. We talk to your son, we talk to your daughter, we encourage them, we lift them up. We have come away from that to individually, I'm not going to take care of your child because your child is a threat to my child. Your child might be better than my child. Your child might accomplish more than my child. So you're a threat to me. No, that's my child too. I watch her grow from one day all the way to 18. She's my child too. And I do not want her to fail wherever you fail at, wherever I fail at. So she will not be the failure of two generations. So I believe that as a parent, as a mother, I'm calling out to you mothers that have decided to have a child out of wedlock. You didn't marry that man. I'm calling you brothers, your mothers out there that have a child by a man. Ladies, heal. Us for children don't deserve for you to combat us. Tell us we ain't nothing. We look like our father, good for nothing. Don't tell us that. Because we're going to become like our father. We're going to look for a woman like you that's good for nothing. So that's my input to it, coming from that background. Parents, come on in. Help us up. Because we're going to be the man, the fathers, that you be like, wow, I'm glad that I stayed by him. Can you imagine seeing Ezra when he's 18, he's 21, he have his family, they come into your house, have his wife, 25, 30, he's growing, he's asking you, mama, my wife is acting like this. How do I do this? How do I move like this? He can come and ask you for direction because you're a woman. He can go to his dad, hey, dad, she talking to me this way. I didn't like the way she talked to me, but you don't come off like that. Be gentle because I was gentle with your mother. That's your children's mother. Be gentle with her. We have lost that community value. So when the parent is not able to come, when the parents say, well, if he fucked, I'm gonna beat his behind when he get home. But that parent's selling her body, that parent's selling her time, that parent's doing everything, but he's not having one thing, the conversation. Can that child look like the man that don't want her? That girl look like now a woman, and I say this out for every woman. Your greatest reward and your greatest adversary is your daughter. Because the reward means that she's gonna grow to become a beautiful woman. She's gonna grow to flourish in her beauty, flourish in her innocence, flourish in her zeal. Oh, damn. You ain't a virgin no more? When? Let me get my belt. When? When? You ain't a what? You said what? Who you give it to? Oh, it was just a man I was just messing around with. I wasn't too sure about him. Huh? Okay. You pregnant? Nah, you can't bring him in this house. Okay, that's how my granddaddy was. That's how my older sisters, even though when they was at 17, 18, they was dealing with guys, they had one fear. Don't bring him if he ain't gonna marry you. Don't bring him around my presence if he's not gonna marry you. Even my baby sister, I didn't even know she was dating. Don't bring no man to me until he ready to marry you. I stand by that. Because I know you bring this man, Steve. Then next month, David. Then next month, damn, Billy. Then next month, Austin. Nah, not here. I'm like, oh, I forgot your name. You Steve? Nah, my name is Austin. Damn, I thought you was Billy. My bad, bro. Damn. Then she ran through like that? Yeah, man. Man, that's your sister, though. Man, she getting ran through. Every man just passing by and getting the ticket and going the next bus. Damn, I ain't right.
At the same time, are you building a home that your child is willing to come talk to you and open up to you? If you tell them, don't come to me unless this man is about to marry you, get down on one knee and propose to you, that's on the opposite end, just looking at the opposite end. That's also opening the door for your daughter to go run around with this, that, and the third.
Oh.
My daddy don't want to know nothing.
Oh, you're right. You're right. See, with me, I be doing it like this. Like I watched my grandfather. I studied this man so bad, it was crazy. I know you sleeping. I know I have a boyfriend. But when you're ready, that he ready to be a man and take you out from my hand, let him come. Let him come. Because I'm ready to give you away if he's the man. Because he got to take a position that I'm giving you away. Because now I am a father. I must give my daughter away. He going to become a father of your children. I know you're dating. I know you're doing your little over there. But whenever you're ready to be a man, you're ready to take you as a wife, take you serious, come. I'm ready to give you away. I'm ready to throw you out of this damn house. I'm tired of looking at you and your mama. You look just like your damn mama. Yeah, I need to get out of it. I'm trying to have my peace. You come over here, you in my pocket. Your mother in my pocket. God damn it. Oh, both of y'all in my pocket.
I don't got that like both the kids look like Raylan. You're right though. They both look like him.
What?
Yo, babe. Ezra is a light-skinned version of you.
Yeah, that's what he is.
So that's all you.
That's all you, man.
Sarai, her personality is all you. I just baked them.
Lord have mercy. Mr. Really, you got nothing to say. Just wait for the time when he said, Daddy, I'm talking to such and such. Hey, bring him. Bring him around me. But I'm going to tell the guy straight. I'm going to put the guy to the side. Listen, let me talk to you something. I have a beautiful
conversation him and I have had about when each kid starts dating. We've had a conversation about that. He would say to me, I don't want to, once that I starts dating, I'm going to buy a shotgun, XYZ. Because that girl, we already know, she cray-cray. She cray. She's 5 and she's crazy. Um,
God damn. Got my camera falling down. Shit.
I gotta get my shotgun ready, for this girl because she gonna be something else. I'm like, I bet, but what about your son? He goes, I'm gonna dab that boy up. I'm like, you can't play one way, one kid, one way, the other, because you gotta teach them both the right way.
That's true.
So I'm like, let me find out, because I've had this conversation with friends. I'm like, let me find out that some parent, when Ezra's ready to date, that some parent says to my, comes up to my son, kind of like that scene from Bad Boys where the boy comes to pick up the daughter and Will Smith and what's his face?
Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence are like trying to scare the boy up with a gun and everything. Let me find out some parent is doing that to my son. I am going to do the same shit to their daughter because I'm gonna treat your daughter the same way you treat my son. As a parent of a boy and a girl, I'm gonna treat your daughter the same way you treat my son. But at the same time, I'm the bigger person. I'm gonna still love on your daughter like she's mine. Don't be treating my son any type of way because his mama, his daddy are both raising him. We have the conversations with him. We tell him this is how you need to express yourself. So don't be running up on my son like he's, we have maybe, babe, maybe you could help translate this phrase better than I can, but we have there's a saying in Spanish for like those type of girls that be running una cuera. Una cuera. Like she's one of them that be running here, there, and everywhere else. Like which is like una cualquiera, like just any other one. That's not my son and that's not my daughter. So don't be treating my child like una cualquiera. So
damn.
Give me a second because our food delivery just got here.
All right, go ahead, do your thing. Yeah, I mean, she say something that because even with my son, I mean, you bring a female in, we're gonna have a prenup. I'm getting a prenup. My son and my daughter getting a prenup. Una cuela, whatever, what my sister say, you ain't gonna come here with that, and you take half of his stuff. Girl, you're gonna be outside broke. You came with nothing, you leave with nothing. My son and my daughter gonna have that because one of the things I stand by is this, that as a parent, we can't find no excuses that one person don't value the greatest gift is a child. However he came in this way, if you was not raped, you're good. But those who are raped and raising a raped child, no, not rape, but a grape, that raising a raped child, you have to understand one thing. That child still deserves the best. If you're out here just passing around and pass by and pass through and pass with, you get pregnant, let that be a change in your life. You out here and you met somebody that you know is no good, but you just like to fix person that need to be fixed, you can't fix. You get pregnant by him, heal, and that child is a blessing. If the child start acting crazy, have a male figure. I'm not talking about the beta boys. I'm not talking about the simp. I'm talking about an alpha male, the man that stands for something. See, a masculine man's gonna attract a feminine woman. But she masculine too, but she always have the feminine at first. Because if you're too masculine, that woman gonna be masculine too. If she see a female talk to you any kind of way, she gonna whip her behind. Like, who you talking to, my man like that? Like, baby, chill. Nah. You try to calm her down for whipping somebody behind, and that person don't even know you about to get whipped. Like, man, she acting like a man. Nah, this is a feminine woman. But she ain't playing with you. She stands for something. And that's what your wife just displayed.
Yeah.
She's first feminine, but at the same time, don't treat my son and my daughter like anybody else that's out here, because they have a parent that stand for something. My son's not going to go over there and just play with your daughter and play with her heart, play with her mind, and get her pregnant, leave her. I'm not going to allow that for my son, because he didn't came from that type of house. So he's not going to be attracted to that type of woman. If he do, he's going to put some plastic on and, get his mango and get some milk and go back home.
What you mean get some milk?
He going to milk the cow. Hey, he going to get some milk and go home.
You know what's funny though? You know what my son says every time before I go drive, right? Before I go leave to do some work, my son's, he always jokes around. He always goes, "Daddy, don't go get the milk and never come back."
He's telling you the truth. Even he know what the milk is. And you over here, what's the milk? You know what's the milk? Them girls out there, they got some milk now. Be careful.
He said, "Don't go to the milk store and never come back."
Man, I tell you, they're strange.
What's Mr. Sewell at? Where's Mr. Sewell at?
So,
have you ever go get the milk and never went back, Mr. Sewell?
I always come back, man. I got no choice. I got responsibilities I got to take care of.
Man, he got a farm in the house. He got to go back to his farm. Oh, damn, that was good.
Come back. Nah, I think it's great that they hear how most people handle these situations. Again, man, it just goes back to what I say, who's teaching? It just all boils back down to who's teaching. So when your son or your daughter knows who they want in their life, they know how to choose. They know how to choose the proper person, man or woman. Nothing's perfect, right? But it stands a better chance of lasting, is what I'm saying. Because the woman has found the right man she's compatible with, and the man has found the right person that he's compatible with. So it just creates something that can last a little longer. You know, man, you could teach your kids the right way of getting married, man and woman, right? That's the way things are taught, right? It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, or Eve and Eve, just one like that. So I just think that, this call tonight was very great and educational. I think this call, just want to give a shout out and thanks to Mr. Redham's wife for coming out and definitely just kind of blessing us with the presence and, just kind of going over some things that she felt that from her education standpoint that was going on from her experience. She can kind of shed light on that. The biggest thing is takeaway today is who's teaching, again, who's your teacher? And if you don't have a teacher, go get one. Go find somebody who can teach you to do something the right way. Go find somebody who can teach you how to be a wife. If you grew up in a house, in a single family home, and you may not have had a mother, or you may not have had a father, then go learn from someone who is a father. Go learn from someone who's a father who has kids and who has raised them. Go learn what it's like to be a dad. How did you feel when you had your kids? How did you feel when your first son was born? How did you feel? What were some of the things that you taught your son? Are you going to teach your son how to drive? Did you teach your son how to drive? Did you teach your son how to fight? Did your son came to you and said, Dad, I had a fight in school, so you could teach him about how to navigate, little things like that. How do you teach your son about women? How do you teach your son about girls? How you teach your daughter about men? How you teach your daughter about boys? All these things, man, if you never really had growing up, you don't know how to do it, then find somebody who's had the experience in teaching so you could learn how to teach kids. But make sure the person you learning from, look at the outcome of their children. Very important, because you want to learn to see, okay, if I know that this person's children is doing something, I want to learn from what they taught. What would they do to make sure that their kids was good? Keep their kids out of a certain situation. What did these parents do? If you didn't have no father figure, then it's best to go find one. You know, don't find a pimp. If you ain't have a father figure, then finding the pimp is probably not the best selection. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man, you know, most people, we find people to teach them. We find the most colorful people to teach us things. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, stay on top of your kids. Because we're living in a time where the school's teaching your son how to put objects in his mouth at an early age. This is ridiculous. You teaching young girls how to play with the same thing they got at the same age. This is crazy. My Lord. Again, my advice to all parents, pay close attention to what's going on with your kids in school. Pay close attention to the friends that they have. Pay close attention to the teacher, because the teacher is teaching. Pay close attention. Pay close attention to what curriculum that school is teaching. Very important. Kudos to that man's father for him standing up for what he knows was right and wrong. Because what's wrong is that whatever the next person believes in their life, you don't push that on somebody else's child, especially in that type of way. And then you openly have directions how to give oral sex to another male. You crazy? I want the person's head. I would want the person who allowed that book to be in there. I want their head on a stake in public. I want a public punishment. I want that person on all social media platforms, and I want a public punishment for a person who allows such a book like that to be in. I want every parent to be satisfied to watch what this person is going to happen in front of everybody. I do it like the days of old. I do it right in front of everybody and right in the streets. This is the person right here. Get the cameras recorded. Everybody. Get the rope up. Give me the rope. Bring it down. Put the head in there. Any last words? Hell, kick that thing, watch him dangle. Right in public. I take it back to the public days. I think that people playing with somebody else's child don't know the dangers of that. People are not upset at the way you living, at how you live. That's not what people are upset. People are upset at the fact that you're trying to push the way you live on someone else's child. And you trying to do it forcefully. And then what makes parents even mad, you trying to get sneaky with it. That's the part that's pissing parents off. You getting sneaky with what you're doing. So now, in a sneaky way, you trying to teach somebody else's child how to have oral sex in a sneaky way. See, you know, I hate it when somebody's trying to sneak around my house. You know, that's why people keep the grass cut so you can see them coming. But then you wait for people who, they want to try to walk around your house at night. They thinking that if I creep around your house at night, I stand the less chance of getting caught by you. So what do you think they do? If I don't tell nobody that I'm putting out books to learn how to suck another person off, if I don't tell you that these books are out here, right? And one night I just come in there with 20 of these weird books and I just load them. I don't say nothing. I don't say anything. I just come in there with these books and I just sneaky, in a sneaky way, put them on the shelf. And then I just act like, oh, I didn't know that book was there. I just didn't know, right? How did that book get there? I didn't know that somebody was sucking something in that book. I just didn't know. I thought all our books was talking about fruits and vegetables. I didn't know we had a book on cucumbers. I didn't know we had a book on handling cucumbers. I'm sorry. Was there dressing in that book too? What type? Ranch?
You are
Blue cheese?
I had to come back on camera for that one.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out you in a sneaky way put a book out there playing with somebody's cucumber, right? And how to put dressing on the cucumber. And then you didn't say nothing about it. You did it in a sneaky way. You knew that you was putting this weird book out here, but then when somebody picked it up and read it, and someone confronts you about what you did, you got this stupid look on your face like you didn't know this book was in there. That's what pisses people off. Somebody ordered that book to go in there. They knew it. They know that book is in there. See, what it is that people want to play stupid.
Not just about the cucumbers, man, but they also show you how to get the right knee pads too. For
damn it, man. Teacher, look here. And then you need the 4-inch knee pads, because if you know you're gonna be down there for a while, you're gonna need double soles. Some people make their living down there. So you're gonna need some thick pads, man. I'm saying, man, you're gonna have calluses on your knees for as long as you've been down there, babe. I ain't lying to you. You're gonna have lockjaw. Man, you're gonna have to
I can't move my jaw. I can't move my jaw.
Man, everything all right down there?
Oh, man.
You ain't tired of man, them knees ain't hurting? Damn, boy, you got some iron knees, man. Ain't gonna last long down there. Well, Lord have mercy. In today's news, we found out that people are getting more weird in 2023. My Lord. Again, I don't want my child learning how to play with vegetables at a certain age. I don't want my child learning how to play with carrots and cucumbers or zucchinis or anything like that.
Eggplants.
Or eggplants, squashes. No, I want my kids to do the same thing. I don't want to see my come home and my son is playing with a banana in a weird way. I'm gonna have to son, what the hell you doing? Well, this is what I saw on TV. What? Come here.
Let the strawberries alone.
Damn, boy. Right? You got to teach your kids the proper use of fruits and vegetables. They're not to be used as toys. They are here for the nourishment of our bodies, and that is it. They're not here to be used as pleasurable toys.
And nuts.
Okay? So, again, you got to teach your children, you got to teach your kids what you know is right. Because if you don't teach your kids what you know is right, the world's going to teach you kids what the world think is right. But what the world think is right ain't right. That's just a thought in the world's mind. But you know for sure your children got to be raised a certain way. So
Yeah.
Parents, stay strong. Man, congratulations to you and your wife, Mr. Rella, for working together to raise your children. I think that's a wonderful thing, how you guys, is anything perfect? No. Nothing's perfect. No, all things come with.
The good thing is that, you know, we both bring our opinions. You know, sometimes they are different, but I think that's, you know, healthy in a way, because we could put everything on the table, and we could consider all the options, and we could see what's the right way to move forward. Because I may have a belief system, and I may have an opinion, and then she might say something that will make sense too, and then, you know, it will make you consider and make you think like, okay, yeah, that's right, that's true, and let's put it on the table, and then let's see how we could avoid that part, but still do this. You know what I mean? So it just you know, it works together when you know, you actually talk and bring all that, you know, put all the information down. Sometimes having opposing views could really help too. Like sometimes it's a good thing. You know, you don't want the whole world to agree with you 100% of the time, because then if you are wrong or something, you make a mistake on something, then everybody gonna face the consequences. You know, so you need sometimes you need that opposite view, right?
Will help you.
You know, sometimes you need that opposite to make healthy. The only thing is, are you willing to work together? Are you willing to understand each other's side, where each person is coming from, and why they have that belief system, and can you implement that, and and look at both points and take what you like about them, take that, and the other person will take what they like about what you said, and we'll put them together and come up with a good program, a good way to, a good system for your kids. But
definitely, you got to.
Yeah, unless otherwise, like you said, the system is going to raise your kids.
Yeah, then your system gonna teach your kids how to play with squashes and cucumbers.
Yeah, because the other thing is, like, if you are not on the same page, then the kids are going to be confused. And if they're confused, they're going to be like, oh, my parents are confused, but look, they teaching me here the right way. So they're going to believe whatever the system is teaching them, because the system is not confused. They know their agenda. But the kids are going to be like, yo, my parents are confused. My dad is telling me this, and my mom is telling me this. So they be all over the place. So they're like, no, I'm just going to follow these people. They seem to know what they're doing. You know what I mean? So that's why you got to be both on the same page, come down to an agreement on everything, and make sure you're both on the same page. So
that means teaching your kids about the instruments, and at an early, you teach them about the trombone. You teach them about.
Ain't nobody playing the flute over here, man.
Yeah, we definitely don't play flutes. You know, clarinets and flutes. No, we don't play. We play the bass. We play bass guitar and the drums over here. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah.
Oh, man.